Hello, hope you're doing well. Oh wow, I've got some funky light here. I have these amazing rainbow maker crystals hanging from my window, which I've just created. I went to the beach the other day and I've got this, it's like a long piece of driftwood, and I hung fishing wire off it with little rainbow maker crystals. And so my whole office is filled with beautiful rainbow light right now, which is a small thing that brings me a lot of joy. I always say that beauty is a gateway to the soul. So nice to see you joining. Welcome to today's devotional group gathering. Let me know how you are, where you are, and yeah, how you feeling. I'm just looking out the window in my office, and I've had in the past 2 weeks just the most beautiful white doves appear every day. It's the first time. I don't know if it's the time of year or it's a special sign right now, but yeah, I'm seeing these little white doves visiting me, which is again a very little thing that is bringing a big amount of peace to me. I wonder what little things are bringing you little bits of joy and peace right now. So we've got Kelly and Tracy and Teresa, Hannah. Great to see you guys. So, okay, so we've got flowers. Dolphin says, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. These past couple of days have been, I felt the extra anxiety around, but I'm personally doing pretty well. Feeling quite grateful and, yeah, very compassionate to all of us who are going through this thing together. See a few people from Australia. Can't sleep in Australia. Yeah. Well, one thing is for sure, we are being brought together through this group experience. So, what I would like to do with this today is I'm going to do a group card reading. And then potentially I might pull a couple of cards for some others. I'm just going to turn my light on. Should be better. It's better. Haha. So what I want us to do now, we're going to open the individual and group soul space, because why not make the most of this collective gathering energy? So I want you to place your hands on your heart, and in the center of your heart, imagine a beautiful flower. Noticing what color it is, what type it is, and how open it is. And with your next breath, invite it to open petal by petal, revealing a light in the middle. This is your soul, the ancient part of you, the wise, wise part of you. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And now inviting this part of you to truly step forward now. As you do, bringing your hands to prayer, raising them to just above your crown, opening individual soul space, bringing them around, down to the ground, back to heart, to prayer. And now, remembering that when we gather like this, two or more of us, our ability to heal, our ability to let go, our ability to surrender, to manifest, to create is multiplied. And so may we also send out a collective prayer to all those on the front lines, sending a collective prayer to anyone who's alone or lonely, feeling isolated, feeling frustrated, feeling like there is a lot of grief bubbling up. Anyone who feels lost and helpless. Opening the collective space now, bringing your hands up to just above your crown. Open, down and around, back to your heart. Okay, so tuning in now to the part of you which I call your soul. It could be your inner oracle. The word oracle comes from the Latin word orare, which means to pray or speak or communicate to the divine. In my cosmology, I believe that the ancient part of us is our soul, and that soul is the voice of our intuition. We receive our intuition through our senses, through our body, through all of the senses, through our feelings, through touch, through all the different senses. But it's our humanness that delivers the messages of the soul. So as we've stepped into soul space now, we invite that wise part of us to really be here and to guide us. And if there's an area in your life that you would like some guidance on, just pondering on that now, thinking about that now. Perhaps it's a question, perhaps it's an area that you would like clarity on, a decision you need to make. And if not, it could just be, speak to me, soul. Please lead me, please guide me, please show me the way. Really want to reiterate that the only authority of your intuition is you. And so today I'm going to pull some cards for us collectively, and I'm going to share potential meanings, but trust yourself more than any external person, than any teacher, than any professional psychic. Trust yourself more than ever. Okay, deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, so I'm going to do the I'm going to use the cards from the Starseed Oracle, but I'm going to do a simple spread. It's just a 2-card spread from the Work Your Light Oracle, which is this one. So I'm using the guidebook of the Work Your Light and the cards from Starseed Oracle. People ask me all the time, do you have to just stick to the particular spreads with each of the cards? And in my opinion, you get to decide, right? So I do see cards as a way of reflecting, of mirroring the voice of your soul. Okay, so my intention with these cards is that they speak to us collectively. And so if the cards that are pulled resonate with you, brilliant, take that. And if they don't, it's cool. Listen to your own inner voice. So thinking about that thing that you would like guidance on, I'm going to select 2 different cards. The first card represents the thing that in your life that's falling away. So it doesn't have to be scary. It could be something that was important, an opinion, a point of view, something physical, something that is once was important but is moving out. And then in the second position, it represents what is rising in you. So the thing that is beginning to bloom. So if you look at the seasons, we're cyclic beings, just like nature. we're not separate from it. We are nature. I've been experiencing that just so fully with my baby son. It's like watching a flower grow. It's incredible. And all the mums, dads out there, you'll know what I mean. Aunties and uncles. So position 1, what's falling away. Position 2, what's rising. So falling away is autumn. What's rising is spring. All right. And I just shuffle until it feels right. Okay. So let's do it. I'm going to see if I can put this up so you can see the cards a little better. Let me move this. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to use the Starseed Oracle deck. So what's rising, what's falling away, and what's rising. So this is a Starseed Oracle. It's just, you use the lid. It's a triangular box to house the cards, if you like. And you can keep them on your altar. So in position 1, which is what's falling away, we've got the card Forge, Don't Follow, Pave a New Path, Be the Leader You Wish You Had. And what's rising is the Golden Children, Inner Child, Tenderness, Innocence, Rare Gifts. Okay, so it's in reverse on my screen. What's falling away and what's rising. So I'm going to start here with what's falling away. So this card, and I'll read it out to you as well. Forge, Don't Follow. So this is really all about leadership. It is really all about forging your path, building the bridge, going into the unknown, going out into the world, leaving the home, coming back. It's the hero's journey, right? So there is a lot of achievement in this card. I'll read it out now. This is what's falling away. So it says, if you wait until the path is perfectly paved, you won't be forging your own path, and you'll likely not even take the first step. Don't let a small detail like being unable to find someone to show you the way be the reason you don't step forward and lead. Let it be the reason that you do. The most courageous and needed leaders are the ones who don't wait for permission or until the morning they wake up feeling ready. They take a deep breath, put one foot in front of the other, and figure it out as they go along. They don't wait for someone to lead them, they lead themselves. This is a card for leaders. You're here to pave a path that hasn't been walked before, to go first and lead the way for others who are calling you in. If you feel misrepresented in the media, step forward for all those who also feel misrepresented. If no one's speaking out on the topics you feel passionate about, share your unique voice. There is no one on earth who comes close to possessing your unique combination of skills, gifts, and life experience. Don't look to those who have just come before you to work out your path. Leaders must forge their own. Do it for your daughter, do it for the younger you, do it for the leaders who will follow. When you go first, you make it easier for others to follow your lead. Forge, don't follow. How are you being called to forge rather than follow? How are you being called to be the leader that you wish you had? So it's interesting having this card in position 1, which is what's falling away. So this card might resonate with you anyway, but for those who resonate with it being in the position of what's falling away, to me, this really represents those of us who have been called to share their voice in the world, those who have been holding space in their communities, those who have been achieving and going out into the world and doing. So what's falling away is the need to like fully forge your path, to fully like make it happen, you know, of that forward energy, right? The energy where it's like, I'm gonna make it happen, right? And it's interesting in comparison to here what's rising, because this card is a lot less forward, it's a lot less pushing, it's a lot less warrior, as in WARRIOR. So it's more receptive, it's more higher level, whereas this one is like going out and making it happen, being on the forefront, being the ones who lead first, right? So perhaps you're someone who has been sharing your soul's voice, you've been inspired to you know, really pave a path, right? So that is this paving, the pushing is falling away. And in what's rising is this beautiful card, the Golden Children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. So if you look at the difference of these cards, this one is like there's quite a journey. You know, it requires a lot of courage, requires a lot of endurance even. Whereas this card, look at the portal right in the center. There's an opening occurring. And I must say, there is something very significant that is happening all over the planet right now. For the first time, we're all going through something together. And if that's not an opening, I don't know what is. So this is very much like having to force it, having to work it out on your own. Whereas this one, which is what's rising in us, is a lot more receptive. It's a lot more, you don't have to be doing something for things to be done. It does really talk about the new souls that are arriving on the planet. It also talks about the different frequencies, so shifting into a different frequency. I'm going to read about this card to see if we can receive anything more from the descriptions, because they're great descriptions. So this is the Golden Children. Interestingly, it was like they're next to each other in the guidebook. So the Golden Children, the children of the sun, which is interesting, linked to the crown. And I know that the coronavirus has been referenced as looking like a crown and being linked to opening of the crown, initiatory even. The children of the sun are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls who are incarnating increasingly on the planet. They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from a young age and begin answering and sharing it early in life. Due to their unique intelligence, they may find themselves easily bored at school. Most have never incarnated on Earth before, and so if they're not supported in the right ways, they struggle with physical life here. They're often referred to as the new humans. If you pull this card, it may be a sign that you're being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, a creative idea or project, or a new beginning. To treat yourself or the new beginning with sweet, tender love. To nurture and nourish it, to give it every chance to grow and reach adulthood. To encourage it, to water it, to see the world through the innocence of a child, to see yourself and all others as innocent children, to remember that deep down everyone is trying their best, and if they're treated with a tender heart, they'll not harden as they journey through this great adventure called life. And the soul inquiry here is, how can you treat yourself or others more tenderly? It's really beautiful. So I want you to let me know in the comments your answer to that, tuning into that wise part of you. How can you treat yourself or others more tenderly? How can you treat yourself or others more tenderly? Let me comment. How can you treat yourself or others more tenderly? I think it's really interesting the meaning behind this card. Obviously, it's like the innocence, the holy innocence, and the rare opening that we are going through right now. So Terry says with patience, Stosa says breathing, love, just love deep breaths, listen without judgment, by accepting what is rather than what might be. Good one, Matilda. Be more forgiving, listen with my heart, give myself more time for projects. Yes, there is no rush. Self-care, look after my body before my business. Yes, that is a big lesson, I think, for these times right now. The holy wait, the holy pause. Judge myself at the level of passion I feel for others, to self-isolate. Yes. It is really a triggering time right now. So I think constantly coming back to, A Course in Miracles is such a great course of teachings, which is all about recognizing the innocence of all of us, of ourselves and everyone else as well, coming from that place of defenselessness and instead coming from the place of recognizing the holy innocence in all of us. So it's a really beautiful card. I think this card also really is a very serious card, in that it is one where, center front in this card is the portal. It's a portal to something we cannot possibly understand yet, but we are in it. So I love that, Kathleen. Be in the now. Absolutely. There's option. I've been talking to my friends, and the common theme that's to be coming up is adaptability. Don't make plans. Be where you are. Beautiful Ram Dass, who passed just recently, his work has never been more apt than now. While I was breastfeeding my son, I even still, particularly at the beginning of when I was breastfeeding with him, I was listening to Ram Dass over and over and over again in the months lead up to his passing, and just what an incredible teacher. So perhaps if you're struggling to be in the now, if you're struggling to be in the extremes of life, look up Ram Dass, maybe listen to, he's got a wonderful there's a wonderful film, I think it's called Be Here Now, maybe. Jamie Caddo created that, just been released recently. So the book, it's actually a DVD. I think you can get it on Vimeo. Navigating Holistic, I think it's called Be Here Now. It's essentially it's a documentary on Ram Dass, who is a wonderful teacher, or was a wonderful teacher, is a wonderful teacher. Ram Dass, R-A-M as in Ram, Das, D-A-S, two separate words. Becoming Nobody, that's what it's called. Amazing. So really beautiful cards. I feel very happy with those cards, and I'm gonna put this out myself. I've got this really cool thing I will show you, which I use at my desk for anyone who wants it. It's a laptop holder. You put your laptop on there, and then this is meant to be for your mobile phone, but I put my oracle card of the day on there. So I just got that on Amazon, but it's a wonderful thing. Helps my neck and helps my soul through allowing me to have my card of the day on there. So I hope that was helpful. I'm going to be same time tomorrow, and let me know what kind of practice would serve you the most. Could be prayer, chanting, meditation, or maybe something completely different. Just let me know in the comments. And hi to Neil, hi Sue, hi Carrie, Jazz, Nikki, Winnie. So you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Stay grounded, stay safe, stay at home. I'm sending you so much love. And if you're new to this and you want more devotional practices, you can just head to rebeccacampbell.me/devotion, and all of the practices for the past, I think this is day 15, so the past 14 days are up there as well. But yeah, this is a time where we should be gathering together, and I look forward to seeing you potentially again tomorrow. Loads of love.